It was an ordinary Thursday afternoon when everything suddenly fell apart. I was working remotely, sipping my coffee, and sorting through emails when the doorbell rang. Thinking it was a package delivery, I answered without much thought. But instead of a courier, two people stood at my door. One was my wife's coworker, Tosha, and beside her was a man I didn't recognize. They looked uneasy, almost nervous, and asked if they could come inside. Though confused and slightly anxious, I let them in. Once seated, Tosha took a deep breath and said, "I don't know how else to say this, but you need to know the truth." My heart started pounding. She pulled out her phone and showed me a series of photos and videos that made my stomach turn. There was my wife, clearly not at work, but in a hotel, with another man, the same man sitting next to Tosha. I couldn't speak. I just stared at the screen, trying to make sense of it all. The timestamp revealed it was just the day before. She had told me she was working late, even called from her office line. There she was, laughing, touching, and kissing someone else like I never mattered. The man beside Tosha finally introduced himself as Marcus. He had recently started dating Tosha, and grew suspicious when she started avoiding him with random excuses. So he followed her, and what he discovered stunned him. She wasn't just cheating. She was involved with my wife. I sat there in silence, the weight of the betrayal settling over me. I asked why they came to me instead of confronting them directly. Tosha said she couldn't keep quiet anymore. Marcus just nodded. They weren't after revenge, they just felt I deserved the truth. My hands were shaking as I thanked them and walked them out. I paced the living room, still trying to convince myself it was a mistake, a misunderstanding, anything but this. But no amount of denial could erase what I had seen. An hour later, my wife came home in her usual work clothes, acting like everything was fine. I didn't confront her right away. I asked how her day was, and she lied to my face, saying it was long and full of meetings. I could hardly look at her. Then I showed her the photos. Her face froze. All the color drained from her cheeks. She tried to speak, but nothing came out. Eventually she mumbled something weak. "It's not what it looks like," but even she didn't believe that. I asked how long it had been going on. She stayed silent. I told her to leave. She cried, begged, even tried blaming me for being distant. But none of that mattered anymore. The trust was gone. No apology could put the pieces back together. She finally left, slamming the door behind her. The hours after were the toughest. I kept thinking about all the memories we shared, our wedding, vacations, even quiet weekends at home. It all felt fake now. Every memory was stained by her betrayal. My friends and family were stunned when I told them. Some had doubts before. Others were just as blindsided as I was. Everyone agreed I did the right thing by ending it, but that didn't make the pain any less real. In the weeks that followed, I focused on healing. I started therapy, picked up old hobbies, and cut off all contact with her. She tried reaching out a few times, but I didn't respond. Knew I deserved better. Looking back now, I'm grateful that Tosha and Marcus had the strength to come forward. Without them, I might have lived in the dark for years. Yes, it hurt, but knowing the truth was the first step to freedom.